welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. That seems to be my intro now. I like it, and it's staying. Another video or audio of random me. I've been playing with the microphone to see the settings, but it's all good. So I was watching these YouTube videos, getting distracted again. Be strong. Don't get distracted. But I can say it was a good one. An interview with Andrew Tate where he recorded himself for as long as the interview lasted, for like 38 minutes. And then I looked at the interview from the BBC, the Big Black Cocks news. And they had like a 12-minute video. That's extreme. And I didn't even watch it. I'm like, ugh. It didn't show the entire thing. And already the comments were so negative about it. About the fact that gave more credibility to Andrew. Because he didn't cut it. And they did. Transparency and honesty really goes a long way. It's so easy, it seems. Wait, what is this other setting on the phone? Recording volume 1. Recording volume 3, 2, 1, 5, 6. Alright, now that's enough. Alright, that's enough. Woo. Playing a lot over here. Well, I don't have much, but I told myself I would record another one of this. Even though I wasn't motivated, I was gonna be disciplined enough, and what comes to my mind will come now. That subject is honesty. Or at least, according to the video I saw, maybe transparency. So, no matter who has the right arguments in this conversation, if it looks to the people that you are trying to hide something by making the video shorter and cutting certain parts, it will look very bad on you, which is what happens to the news. And now people believe more the other person because he didn't cut his video. Oh, logic. If only it were common. As they say, common sense is not common. Or sometimes all it takes is looking at the comments and see what the general population thinks. And then just do listen to them. Listen. I know there's like good advice on not listening to comments because they're mostly negative. But I mean, if 80% of them are negative, there's something worth to look at in there. Honestly, I don't know why this just flies on top of the heads of many. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Because, yeah, it's what it is. It's, why do I need to make this message longer than it has to be? That's it. Being transparent. If you do shady stuff, you would look like a shady person. And about that, there's a street in Austin called Shady Lane. And another one called Slaughter Lane. So, I don't know why. What's the history there? There's also a city about an hour or two south of Austin called Three Rivers. And it amazes me the creativity they had for that city. Like perhaps they saw 3 caves and that's how they decided to name it. I would never discover the secret of how they named that city. Absolutely never. And then another video, a person showed this state that had a bunch of cities named after real other cities like Dallas and I can't remember, but he had other names. You can tell that I am out of ideas. So I will tell you what I did today, because yesterday I did a podcast about self-reflection. And now I woke up and I didn't use my phone for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but, just wake up straight. I don't know for how long, but I just didn't instantly go for it. I left it purposely on the kitchen. And I woke up by my... I just woke up by myself. Somewhere around 6:45. The joke is I woke up by the dread of my thoughts. My responsibilities as a man woke me up. I don't need an alarm. After you turn a certain age, you just don't need an alarm. Your own negative thinking will keep you up. If you're too young and that doesn't happen to you, that's good. If you're old and that doesn't happen to you, great. You have a wonderful conscience I would love to have. But with the conscience I have, I cannot stay asleep. I cannot stay doing nothing. Because I have demons inside of me that I need to fight. And I fought in the gym. And that was beautiful. As my brother recommended me to fight my demons with gym. And I did. And it was great. I took it all out for an hour. I did the elliptical. And I started thinking, this is what fueled me. Closed my eyes. I put rave music. And I just imagine all the ways I've wasted my time yesterday and the days before. I was just... I was thinking of my screen time because I looked at it today and I used that as my motivation. It's about 7 hours per day for a week. That's my average screen time. That's a job. That's a job. That's an 8-hour job with a 30-minute break in between. That was bad. That's really bad. Really, really bad. Right now, I tell you how much I'm pushing. I'm pushing 3 hours and 20 minutes. Whew. Oh boy. Oh, 3 hours and 20. It's been a fight. I'll tell you how much I've used it yesterday. Let's see, I go here on my iPhone. I guess I'm an iPhone person. I've been wanting to switch to Android for a while, but I've gotten so used to the way the iPhone works. I know all the ins and outs, all the little details and tricks, that I've become so proficient with it. I don't feel like learning a whole new system. Let's see. This week, so today 3 hours 27. Ay. What's yesterday? Yesterday. What does it tell me? Okay, there we go. Yesterday. Oof! 9 hours 57 minutes. Damn. Oh, 3 hours watching South Park. And 1 hour on Instagram. 43 minutes on Facebook. 6 minutes on Clash of Clans. Well, that's good. Oh boy. And just on the general internet, about 3 hours or 4. Oh, well, that's probably YouTube. Because I look at YouTube using the internet instead of the app. Because I have tricks under my sleeve. Tricks that save me from the evil ads that I will one day put on this podcast. I will one day have ads here. And for now, I will say they're evil. But after, then I'll say they're good. When I start getting money. Money. The soul of everybody's purpose. Money. And that's why I'm making this podcast. So one day, I get all the money in the world. But so far, it's episode 36. Thank you for being on this journey with me. To my number fan who listens to me, Diego. Thank you so much. I will still be random because I'm trying to push for a podcast every day. See, just to get used to it. I want to get used to it. I'm less shy now to the microphone and to listening to myself, and it's working great. So, back to my routine today and how I wasted time further. So, woke up, no phone, which was great. It it was great. I will repeat that. But then I went to my computer and I did. Uh, I had a list too. When I woke up, no, the day before, I wrote a list of on my iPad what I would do step by step. Which one goes first? 2, 3, 4, 5. Although I don't follow that very well, but I had a list. So I woke up and I started doing those list things. I got to my office, which is a room in my apartment with no doors. That's how the cats always get here. By the way, they're sleeping on the sofa, so finally they're not here. They may wake up later, but for now, I'm free. So I had this list, and then I started doing them, and I was waiting for. I think that I was waiting for something. Yeah, for a video game to load, and then that's how I started wasting time. I was just on this video game, staying there, and then doing other things also that were on my list, but just like preparing it, like this podcast. I prepared it, opened all the programs, left it on the computer, opened that video game because I get like a daily reward for being there for an hour. So just opened it, left it there, and then I did some other research on YouTube for, I can't remember for what, but for something. Oh yeah, iPads versus other iPads, Android versus Apple. Other things I wanted to do because I want to sell this thing, or maybe I keep it, this iPad I mean, and maybe I will keep it because it's pretty good as long as I get to understand how to make it work, because it has a lot of Chinese restrictions, Chinese iPad, Chinese laws. Anyways, so I lost time. I lost about 2 hours doing random stuff. And then I went to the gym. Now, I'm starting with this method that I heard yesterday that said, eat that frog. That's how I remember it. It means do the hardest thing of the day first. The hardest thing is often not the most urgent. So, my example, the hardest thing for me was gymming in the morning. First thing first. Why is it the hardest things? Because it requires me to get out of my comfortable home, to have pain, to literally go and push my body to the point that I feel pain, and my heart, which feels very tired in the morning, to feel pain and go faster, and my head that wants to go back to sleep to, guess what, feel pain. So that was my hardest thing. That's why. Even though I have other things that are like financial bills that I can send documents, sign things, and sign up for other things that I need to do for job related stuff. It's important, but it's not the hardest. It's easy. I can do it at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Even if I'm tired, I just need to type. But the gym, that is my frog. And it took me 2 hours. But at least it didn't take me 12 like yesterday. I don't think I gymmed yesterday. I can't remember. No, I did, but it wasn't gym. It was home workout. It was like some push-ups, abs, and sit-ups. That's how painful it was to go to the gym. So I said, I'll just work out at home. But no, today, because today, I'm improved. Oh, yeah. Improvement. That's a Japanese, don't matter anymore. Just improve 1% every day. And in 1 year, you would have improved 365%. And in 3 years, you would have improved 900 or almost 1,000% in 3 years. So in 3 years, okay, in 1 year, you'll be 3 times better than you were. Because that's 100% yourself better. 100, 100, 100, 300. So imagine 3 years, you're like 9 to 10 times better than you were in only 3. Pretty good. Pretty good numbers. So yesterday improved. I didn't go to the gym. Today I did go to the gym. I woke up with a phone, today I woke up without phone. I may have wasted 2 hours, but it was two compared to compared to what does my phone say again? I screen time for yesterday. 9 hours 57. So today I have 3:29 and it's not over. I still have a whole day left. It's 2:55 p.m. I still have more hours to go in which I will stay away from my iPhone. And that is hard because all of a sudden I feel like there's more time in the day, which is a good sign. Good sign. But now you get it. You get why. I encourage you, my incredible listener, to improve 1% every day if you can. And by 1% it just means compare yourself to the person who you were yesterday. Because comparison to other people is the theft of your happiness. Or how the saying goes, comparison is the theft of happiness. Either way, it only works if you compare yourself to other people. Celebrity, friends, family, anybody who's doing better than you, even a stranger that's driving a nice car, or just whatever. A stranger walking, mind their own business, and you're like, dang it, that person looks better than me. Could be somebody younger, somebody older. Anyways, you get my point. So compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and you'll feel this success. Today, I feel successful against myself from yesterday. Today, I'm closer to the me of that portal that opened and me came out. Me improved. Me 2.0. No, that's more like me 3.0, 6.0, 10 and 100% zero. Today, I am me 1.1. Just a little bit better. And that's how it should go. Just small steps to increase. It's a journey. If you ever ran, not track and field, but the other one, country roads. Take me home, West Virginia. That one. If you ran cross country, then you know that it's about keeping pace rather than speed. And if you can keep speed and pace, great. But you have to keep the pace. And so it is with life. Keep the pace. Go to the gym every day. You won't see the results, but you will feel them. Every day, you will feel them slowly. And then you will look at yourself in the mirror and say, I was lucky. I'm an overnight success. When I wake up, I help God. When? Okay. Hard work, right? Hard work is hard. Another motivational thing I saw yesterday that I want to share, which I just forgot. Dang! Happens. Sorry about my, I would name it. I just keep forgetting stuff. But it was pretty cool. So, yep. So I did that. And then, what did I do after the gym? I took coffee. I also took a pre-workout before that. So I was pumped. I'm just experimenting with my body. Caffeine it feels good. But I'm trying to see how much caffeine can I take before I feel like shit. So I think one pre-workout is enough, honestly. That second cup of coffee is messing me up. It felt good though, but now I'm having a small headache. Small headache from tiredness that I don't feel. It's like a ghost of tiredness that I should have. And it's in the back of my head. And I don't. Anyways. So. And after that, I shaved my bald head. Not too bald. Buzz cut. You know, kept it maintained. Kept my beard maintained. Showered, so that's hygiene. You know, I took care of my body and I take care of my hygiene. And then I got distracted again by Instagram. Dang it. That damn Instagram. Well, I'm trying. That's why I have about 3 hours something on my phone screen time. Because I was postponing this podcast. And this happens to me a lot, and I'm not the only one. When I have something that I want to do, that it's important, but that I'm reluctant to do, shy, scared, or it's too grandiose, I will postpone it. What's the word? Procrastinate. And it's good for me to do this thing, and I still procrastinate. So yeah, I procrastinated to do this podcast. And that's how I did it. Try to think about yourself when you procrastinate. For example, if you have homework and you know you have to study and do this thing, and you have everything solved around you, right? There's nothing going on in your life right now, no big troubles. You already ate, not hungry, you already gymmed, so your house is clean, anything, like there's no excuses, and you still postpone it. You still postpone the one thing, the homework, or the whatever thing that is boring, but you need to do. Or, it's what it is. Procrastination. Also, there's some type of procrastination on cleaning your home. I do it when I have to do something. Let's say is this podcast, and my house is dirty, and I will say, well, I have to clean the house before I make the podcast. That's also procrastination. More like, to differentiate it, active procrastination. I think my kitchen is dirty, and I left some clothes around the house that I need to, put in the dirty laundry. And I was about to procrastinate some more in this podcast. I was about to say, wait a minute, let me just, get that done, and then I'll have the time to do this. No, I stopped myself because I'm strong. I'm better than yesterday. The yesterday me would have done that, but not the today of me. I left it there, and I will deal with it after I'm done with this. And only after. And that has improved my day. That's my day so far. It's really inefficient to my standards because I have high standards of myself. If my perfect self would have happened today, I would have woken up straight to my duties as a husband and make breakfast, which I didn't. And then I would go straight to the gym, which I didn't. And I would come back home and straight to either cleaning the house or shower, which I didn't. So there's a lot of room to improve. But also that's just, it's what it is. It's normal. It's normal. But what is not normal is the amount of distractions that I have today on. When I mean today, I mean technology-wise, 2023 today. I have a phone. I have email, gling, 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 phone calls that are scammers, gling, gling, video games, Instagram, videos that are funny or motivational. So it's a lot of distractions that I have to get away from. Something else I want to do is I want to reduce them, so I have deleted some games on my Steam. Video games that I always felt like, if I only had the time to play them. And now that I have the time to play them, I'm thinking, I want my time back to do other things. You see? So I had to delete them so I would not see them and feel guilty every time I open my video game Steam library. So I deleted every game except one that I want to play. Maple Story. Just play it and relive some good old feelings that I used to have when I used to play it. Just relive my memories. Go to those spots that I used to go and hear the music that I used to hear. Because that makes me feel nice and it adds to my happiness. There will be a moment when I get used to this game and it will have to do the hard thing and delete it. But for now, it's fun. I also have another game on my iPad that I play, Clash of Clans, but now it's been getting boring. So now I put less attention to it and more to MapleStory. But I do not put like the same amount of attention to both. I have to stop myself. That's how attention works. For my phone, what I have done is I put it far away from me, not in my pocket anymore. Well, it doesn't have to be far. Right now, I'm on my desk and my phone is on my right. Just there with the screen facing down. I think the ringer and the volume is still up. Yeah, it is. Well, it wasn't. I just put it up. But the face is down. So maybe I hear a ding ding, but I will not pick it up. Yeah, I will try not to pick it up. Just in case I get a phone call or anything, you know how it goes. Just in case, those words all the time that keep us procrastinating. Just in case I'll keep it around. Just in case I'll keep these games here installed if I feel like playing them. So nope, I deleted them. You can hear my clicks as I click around. Well, that's the life. That is the life. Something that my little brother said that I would love to try tomorrow is, because tomorrow is Saturday, would be perfect. Extremely perfect. Chef kiss. Is to go on a walk as soon as I wake up. So I'm gonna do that. That's what he said. That he saw somewhere recommended, and it sounded like a great idea. What do I lose if I wake up and take a walk? A walk. Hey, I'm walking in here. I can just wake up and say that to anybody. I'm walking in here, and there's nobody, because only hard people wake up and go on a walk, and there's no hard people around me. So I will do that. And a plan without steps is only a dream. Therefore, my steps are to put the shoes in front of the door, the exit door, and there's a little closet next to my door. I will put in there a shirt, shorts, and that's it. What I will be wearing tomorrow on the walk. So I can just get out my bedroom and go in there, get it, and exit. Now I have to put it in the closet because I have cats and they will eat my clothes. They love my smell and they sleep on it. But right now with the little fettuccine baby, he just bites my stuff. He's been biting my cables. He's been biting my sandals. He has been biting my underwear. And I'll take that as a compliment. But I need to protect my stuff from his sharp claws and tenacious energy. So you don't need a closet like I do. You just pick up your stuff and go. Another thing that I could do to make it possible and more rewarding even is to leave my phone behind. But what if somebody calls me? What if there's an emergency? I know, right? There's always that thought, that fear. Okay, solved. I will keep my watch, which is connected to the phone, and that's how I solved that fear. If I didn't have a watch, I'd just be like, it is what it is. Good luck. God is with me. But I have the watch, so use it or lose it. Those are my steps. What if I wake up tired? I will wake up tired. But the good, better version of me would still go ahead and do it. So I have to have that in mind. What if it's rainy? Excuses, right? Because it's been raining all week long in the mornings. I'll just go ahead and do it anyways. Yeah, until I feel like just do it. That's it. Even if I'm there 5 minutes, do it. Go out, take a walk. Take a walk. Good advice. I'm gonna try it. Thank you, little bro. The best advice I could have today. And every day I will keep getting good advice. Yes, because every day I will try to improve something. There's something that I would like to say, just to put it here on record and kind of like a journal to myself, is I've dealt with this thing which is like a month or two of sadness and feeling of helplessness, and then a month or two of full-on optimism. I call it personality disorder, or not personality. It's like borderline disorder, not depression, borderline. But it's not really it. It's not. But that's how I put it in words, which makes it more into an actual thing to imagine it. And I don't know why it happens. I don't know if it's my lifestyle that I get into this spot where it just starts degrading. I stop exercising and I stop doing dieting and doing all the things that are good for my body and mind. And then I had just enough. I fall too low and I say it's time to change and improve. And then I start doing all the right things and I start climbing up until I get too comfortable and I stop doing those things. And I said, hey, I earned this cake for an entire month, and I earned being lazy and not doing anything more and just going with a routine because of all the hard work I did yesterday and the previous month. And then I start falling off. Now, I'm thinking two things. Either I'm doing that, or I do have something in my body that kind of switches like a clock. And I have nothing that I can do about that, other than keep basic hygiene running and keep being a good person, because I all know that hard times will pass and my life will stay. Everything I did, like a video game, it's saved and will continue the story with what I earned or did not earn, the people I hurt and those that I saved. Great job to myself. That was like a journal, an experiment. I would love to investigate, try. What if I keep a good lifestyle for as long as I can? Will I stay happy for as long as I can? Or not happy, but comfortable. Just good. Think about that. I've been looking at some memes about depression that say in so and so part of the world, doctors are thinking about making exercise part of the solution to a patient with depression. According to blah blah blah, 1.5 it's 1.5 times more likely to help you with depression than this and this pills. And I'd say yes. That's sounds right. Sounds right. Because today when I exercised and fucked my demons, I said fought. I hope you heard that well. Fought. I wouldn't do the other one. So when I fought my demons, I need to speak English better. I think I'm pronouncing it the wrong way. Anyways, Diego is saying Keiko. Tacos. I made these tacos with lettuce instead of... No, I didn't make it. My wife did. Why am I taking the credit? She made these tacos that are keto because they don't use tortilla. Instead, they use a lettuce leaf. And it was good because the meat that she made... Chef kiss from the menu. Incredible. So, yeah. where was I? Oh yeah, I fought my demons on the gym. That screen time, those times that I wasted time. Why? Because that was what was pissing me off at that moment. They can change, and they will. And I felt better. Also, I have to give credit to my favorite drug at the moment, coffee, which when I drink it, I feel like I'm human again. Very strange. This happens. I'll tell you why. There's a certain age that when you reach, it's personal to you. Could be at 30, after 30, or like me after 27. There's an age where you just get a little sleepy. And it stays like that forever. From then on, every day, no matter what you do, you just feel a little sleepy. And coffee helps with that. And that's what I mean. It's like I drink it and that goes away. But with every solution that comes out of your body, that comes in from the outside, comes a negative effect. For coffee, the negative effect could be feeling very tired afterwards when the effect wears off. It could also be headache and dependability to the chemical, which will show when you stop taking it. Where if you keep also taking it, you'll get more and more like efficient at processing it, so you won't feel the effect as much and you'll be chasing that dragon. So careful, mindful, use it as a balance. Like we talked yesterday. Balance. Yeah, coffee. It's like those bodybuilders that are, the actors that are super strong. Extremely. They just get a role in a superhero movie and they get massively strong. Like, just arms and shoulders look like basketballs. And they go online and tell you that they eat 12 pancakes and 5 chickens in just 2 hours every day. And you're like, well, it has to be true because I just don't see anybody else. It has to be true. But what's really helping them is, and you didn't hear it from here, some injections and steroids or other chemicals that are not steroids, but they do what steroids are famous for doing. It is true. They just say that I have this crazy diet with 12 kilos of protein and 600 pancakes before I wake up. But really what they do is just get some like 2 cc of this magic liquid on their ass or their leg, and then they go work out. You think about it. Yeah. I've come to that realization. The more podcasts I hear, videos I see, and people coming out that they use steroids, like the Liver King, who is extremely fit, and then Joe Rogan was criticizing him for looking like that. And it comes out that he does use his steroids, and Joe was right all along that he was using something, because that body is not natural. Even if you eat liver and some random food that nobody seems to eat in America, there's no secret to it. And yeah, that happens. So now, whenever I see somebody as strong like that, I know they're using something. So I don't feel bad about myself. Like, oh, maybe I should have worked harder to look like that. I don't compare myself. I'm like, well, he's following his journey and he's achieving his dreams a different way than I am. I'm following another method that I like for my reasons, and I won't look like him, but I will look the way I want to look, or not that I want, but that that I would like to look and feel in my method, which I consider healthy, but that person may disagree with me. We all have stories as to why we do what we do. So, no comparison. Walk in the morning. Gym. Fight your demons at the gym. I'm trying to use the phone less. And this is. Why do I hear like. Hello, 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 hello? It sounds like my voice is double on the headphones. I hope it sounds good to you. This is a journey that I'm taking, and if you are listening to this, which you are, of course, I don't know why I'm saying if you are, because if you hear me asking if you are listening to this, therefore you are listening to this. So there's no if. You are listening to this. If you were not listening to this, you would go on your day not knowing these words were ever spoken. Capiche? My point was that this is my journey, and I hope it encourages you to follow a journey for you. That means to improve yourself. I'm giving you real life examples, not just some general idea of do exercise. I'm telling you, put your phone away when you go to sleep. Put shoes in front of your door, clothes, and get ready to exit the house when you wake up. Go out for a walk. I'm combining advices that I've heard, received, and seen. I'm testing advices that work for me. It may not be something I keep doing as a lifestyle. I may do it for a day, a week, or two and just brag about it and then forget. Or, it could work really well and then I just keep doing it. That advice is personal to you. I'm looking for what works for me, and when it doesn't, I give it up. I encourage you to give up advice that sounds right, but it doesn't work for you. For example, vegetarian diet has been said to be good, or not eating a lot of red meat, I've been told, is not good. But when I eat red meat, I feel good. Now, I just have to control the portions of it. If I eat too much, I feel sleepy. But if I eat little, I feel fine. I feel great. If I eat carbs, which is bread, in the form of bread, I will feel horrible. I will have acid at night, and I will get bloated and feel pain in my intestines. And that's if I eat bread. If I don't, so there we go. So my diet is keto. That's what works for me. Vegetarian doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because I find it very untasty. I need meat. I love it. I need some fun in my life. So that works. And then bread, which would be great for somebody bulking up for muscle. Yeah, go ahead and eat all the carbs. Eat all the bread. Eat all the things I cannot eat. You can process it. Perfect. So that works for you. You don't need to follow the keto diet. I, on the other hand, I have to. So that's what I mean. Maybe walking outside when you wake up doesn't help you out. But stop doing it and then find something else to do in the morning. There's another thing I used to do, which was nice when I had a job. Wake up an hour early and work on my dream. My dream was at that time, can't remember, something to do with, nope, Can't remember. Something on the computer that I was working on. So, yeah, it would work. And it was fun. And it made my job after and fun. Just because I felt good inside. The same way that now I have stopped doing that and I go to the gym instead and I feel good about myself. Sometimes there's seasons for the advices and routines that you have. There will be like a time where this works and then stops and you switch to another thing, and then a time when you return to that thing and it works again. Just understand to be flexible and go with the flow like water. With that, I will share with you another advice, because this is the Free Idea podcast. Ideas for free, many of them. It's a long one, long audio. You don't have to look at it this much. And I may repeat the advices as I keep doing more podcasts. Eventually, I'm going to run out of stuff to say, let's be honest. So I'm going to repeat advices. This advice is, not advice, ideas. Go with the flow like water, because water, when it flows and it hits a rock, considering there's space around it, the water will not stop in front of the rock, even though it has space right and left, and kind of like magic, it's just gonna float there, divided by this rock in the middle that is not holding the water at all. It's not a dam. It's just a single rock in the middle. No, the water is not gonna be like, wait, there's a rock here. You guys on the left and you guys on the right, you can go through, but don't, because there's a rock in the middle of my path. And if I can't go, you guys can't go. That would be nonsense. So the water will flow around it, and the water that is in the middle will also flow around it, and it will just constantly hit the rock and make this beautiful sound that goes, you know, the thing that is like relaxing when you go to sleep, like a waterfall, and it just goes around. That is what I mean. There's an obstacle, doesn't mean ignore it, but I mean an uncontrollable obstacle that you cannot fix or have the power to fix. Water doesn't have arms to lift the rock, and in my example, water doesn't have the strength to come strong and just push it out of the way. It's more like a small flow. With that, just go around your problems, fix the controllables, and don't worry about the uncontrollables. And you'll be happier, more comfortable. We all have hard times, and hard times look different to me and you. I want to share this other advice. And I'll give credit to Joe Roginski. What did he say? Missed it. Missed it again. It'll come. That I learned from Alan Watts. When you have a thought on the tip of your tongue and then you just forget it, and you try to just bring it back by going, just struggling, like, what is even that? Just going to the thought, as if you're using the muscles of your brain, but there's you kind of like tight to your body and try to think, what is that thing that I just forgot? You're just gonna keep pushing it away. It's weird how true it is that when you let it go, that thought that you had will come back rushing. But just let it go. It happens that if I keep on it, my brain is gonna keep blocking it. So water, be strong like water. Water can also kill if you are at the beach and there's a tsunami coming and it hits you hard, and it's a lot of it, so you end up underwater for longer than you want to. Maybe you roll around hit some stuff and trees on the way, get dizzy and don't know where you are, and you can get you drown. You drown. You can get disoriented. So a lot of it has a lot of power. So even though water is malleable and flows, and it's a liquid you can swim on, it can be very strong. Lasers or laser cutters, even though they don't use lasers, water jets, it's water with sand, and that can cut rock in seconds. It can cut metal. It's amazing when I see these YouTube videos of these water jets just slicing through things without any effort. So water is different depending how you apply it, right? It's very strong. So be like water. Avoid the obstacles. Go with the flow. Doesn't mean you're weak. You can also be very strong, depending how you apply yourself and the energy. Nice thought, right? Nice thought. I still can't remember what Joe said. He says a lot of things. He does say a lot. He says too much. I used to hate him, but I'm coming to terms. And I was hating the idea of him or how good he has life compared to me, which is again comparing myself. I was also hating gentrification, which is when rich people moving to Austin and they take away the jobs and they raise rent, prices of homes, taxes, so I cannot buy a house. I get priced out of Austin, so I have to live in a city away from Austin that is cheaper. Anyways, you get the point. It's painful. And I used to hate people coming here. Then I thought, those people that misplaced me from Austin, and then I came to this other city because I can afford it, but it's still expensive. It's just not as expensive as Austin. Then I take this apartment that somebody who is from this city could have taken it, but I took it away from them, and I keep the rents high because I keep paying them. You see, so now I am misplacing people in this city. The schools where I got a job, I took the job from, potentially somebody who could have been from Austin originally, but because I came from my little town in Texas to here, I misplaced them. I took their job. So what's happening to me, I'm also doing back to the people of Austin and to the people of the city that I'm living in right now. Very interesting. So when I think like that, I think gentrification is happening to me. Then I know I'm part of gentrification and I am happening to other people. And the cycle will continue. This comes with probably years of hate and finally coming at peace with it. Why? Simply because I hated for too long. And too long starts getting tired and used to it. And I don't want to be angry all the time. It's nice if I can use it for motivation, but the way I was using it, it was for complaining. Like this other video I saw, which is a funny skit of a guy having a book, and he makes these really funny videos. But in this one, there's a person who accepts him in a community, I think, or a city, and he gives him a book and he says, write only one word on each page. Only one page. One word, one page every year that you are here. Cool. So 4 years pass by and the guy asks to see his book and asks to see what he has written about. And he starts flipping the pages slowly. And it says something like, "This place sucks a lot." And then he looks at him, and says, "Can't believe you've been here for 4 years and all you've done is complain." That's how I feel with Austin. I've lived here for 2 or more years, and all I've done is complain. Within my rights, yes, but who am I helping out with this? Just drinking the poison and expecting somebody else to die. That's also a reference to revenge and jealousy. I'm drinking the poison and expect somebody else to die or get sick or get it. That's, yeah. So I'm trying to change myself, and changing is very hard. I've been changing my entire life. I've been learning how to be better, and there have been times when I say, enough. I have improved enough. And I still have this particular thing I don't like going around me. Therefore, it is no longer my fault, but the people's fault, or the city's fault, or somebody else's. I have done enough introspection. It's their turn. And there is some truth to that. Yes. But like I say, I have hated for too long, and that gets tiring. So yes, I still blame people that come here, and I blame 1,000 other things on laws and whatever, on rent and greedy landlords. It's out there. You can see it on videos. People are feeling it. This idea of hating landlords is not new. In fact, in communism, the landlords were the first to go. They took away their land. They blamed them for being high class. I think they were controllers or takers, something like that. You can only be two things, a controller or a controlled. And so they started getting rid of the controllers. So people that own land, no matter what it was, just steal it from them and move in people there that, I don't know, just the government owns it or some random person owns it, and it's within their rights because they have taken for too long. And now it's the turn of somebody else. So yeah, landlords get the first smack throughout history in communism. And I don't know about other situations, but probably. This is not a new thought. I've also felt, I've seen a pattern with the videos that I see. I'm gonna call it propaganda. Propaganda means, I'm gonna put it this way, it's like an idea that gets pushed and keeps getting pushed, and everybody believes, if it's true or not. Probably not true. Okay, let's just say it's true or not. It can be both. And I keep seeing these ideas getting pushed. So rent control, I see a lot because of greed, and it's coming out. A lot of people are doing the research, putting out YouTube explanations, long videos with examples, and people tracking down landlords that don't exist. Rents getting higher when apartments are empty. And then they want the government to come in and control that, even though the US is about the least control as you can and more to the people. But this is the result. So then it's the balance between control or don't control. Do you control greed by controlling what landlords can rent for? But is that capitalism anymore? Because now the market no longer decides? Or is it still capitalism because the market is actually deciding to control your prices? because they're not liking the prices. They want to lower them, and the only way to lower them is to do some, like, involve the government in some way, because you have amazing techniques to keep the rent high that are just too successful for the kind people that don't destroy them and don't revolt with guns and violence. They just kind of politely tell you to lower it, but it can't fight with what you're doing. I think the cats woke up, and Fettuccine is making noise already. Fettuccine, go play far away with this bat, please. Go over there. Go. Take it over there. Fettuccine is awake. And he's playing with a Walmart bag, my trash bag. So this is one idea that I've been seeing a lot, because I'm always researching about rent and the economy, how it's going down and down. Because it affects me, let's be honest. If it didn't affect me, I wouldn't be interested in it. I know there's like 1,000 other things going on in the world that don't affect me, and I have little care about. Fettuccine, you scratch my finger. Que bonito, gatito. Say something to the microphone. He's smelling it. Oh, nope. He's grabbing it. Okay, that's enough. Your nails are sharp. And then I start seeing people agreeing with that idea, and see it more and more and more and more, and I think, okay, so is this idea getting popular now? And the fact that I have this idea, does it even mean that I came up with it, or that somebody else came up with it, pushed it, and I feel like it's my idea? That's why I think ideas are free, or should be free, not keeping it as power, because they say knowledge is power. So let me keep my knowledge to myself and be the most powerful person out there. Nah. I feel like anything I say is not original to me. Somebody has already thought about it now, in this life, in the previous, and in the future they will keep thinking this. Because there's a million, billion, trillion ideas going on all the time. So the rent one, not original from me. Like, I felt the pain. I was not the only one feeling the pain. Same with gentrification. Hating it is not original. Well, you get it. Ideas are not original. So I've been seeing this pattern that whenever I start thinking about something and I start getting recommendations about it, I think more of it, and then I want to talk about it, and I'm also helping propagate it. That's why I say propaganda. So whatever that idea come from, I have just propagated it on my own media, as they have. Now, who came up with this, and why are we talking about it? Instead of talking about the same thing like rent, but instead of control, another aspect of it. It's very interesting how this happens. It's also called echo chamber. That's when I am in my bubble. I care about rent prices, so I get videos about rent prices. I get people that agree with me, and then I talk about it here, and people will respond to me that also agree with me. And I'll be like, yeah, this is a real problem, because I'm getting feedback from others that it's a real problem. But actually, I'm in a loop, a circle that I'm going over and over and over. I am interested because it's on my face and all those around me agree. So I think everybody in the world agrees. I think that's the only solution, because that's the only one I'm being shown. Although there could be more. I think that's the only problem in the world, or America. Interesting idea, because they're not original. So propaganda. Like YouTubers, I've also noticed this. YouTube videos are becoming shorter. even though they're becoming longer, in minutes they are. Like now they're 17 minutes, 14. But 6 of those minutes is a commercial. Sponsored commercial by the individual. Less and less is about content that I haven't heard. And not only because I listen to a lot of it, I've noticed that with a different amount of YouTubers, the ones who do a YouTube almost every week or every day, they end up in this trap where they base the information that they're gonna teach you on that sponsor, and the sponsor makes like 6 videos about it. Oh my god, these cats. Oh, so noisy. They're just playing on top of the bag. Nevi! Please stop. Where was I? I lost my thought. Something to do with rent. It is what it is. Next time I'll have to put that back somewhere else so they can play a different way. Fettuccine is biting my sandals and Neffy's playing with the ball. She brings the ball now like a dog. Pretty smart cat. She started doing that all by herself. And then I started giving her treats, so to keep enforcing that behavior. But she plays with it, gets bored, and eventually brings it to me. I grab it, throw it, and she chases it, brings it back. Pretty nice. Then I give her a treat when I get the ball. And the cycle repeats. So, yep. Ideas, free ideas, rent shorter sauce on YouTube, and more sponsorships, longer sponsorships, videos made around the sponsor. Even books sometimes say the same thing. When I go to Barnes and Nobles, which is a store that sells books here in Texas, I don't know if there's in other states, I see the sections of, fiction, nonfiction, history, business, motivation, this and that. Psychology. The biggest section on a bookstore now is the business section. Strange, because business used to be boring. It used to be numbers. I remember cartoons used to portray business people as boring, in suits with a suitcase, living a mundane life, stuck in traffic and just clicking numbers, rebelling against their bosses. Even The Incredibles show that first scene. He is in a business, in a cubicle. The boss, who's wearing a suit, businessman, seems to be heartless and, just negative person. And the job seems boring. That's how it used to be. But now that section of books in Barnes & Nobles is the biggest in the library. So many books. But what about the books? Well, it's nothing else than motivational speaking. It's just self-help books masqueraded as business and money. It seems to me that people now are chasing money a lot, me included, and it has become part of happiness. Like if you say you want to be happy, at the same time you are saying, I want to be rich, I want to have money. And when people say I want to have a business, they actually mean I want to have a life that I enjoy. And a business will help me do that because I'll have the money, I won't be working for somebody, as if working for somebody is the problem. Let me see. When I work with my dad, working with my dad is not the problem. When I work at a job when people are nice and the job seems okay, funnish, not all the time, but okay, and it pays nice. That job is not the problem. I mean, working for somebody in that job is not the problem. And yet, people, including me, want to own business to work for ourselves. I think we are being lied again, not on purpose, not to our faces, but a type of propaganda. Not the one from a government that says, go China, go USA. A idea that's been pushed by people like a chainmail that it's a scam. And this idea is that owning a business will make you happy, will free you from the rat race, and will somehow give you the secret sauce to life. I myself have fallen on that, and I'm working on getting away from that. Even though I'm making this podcast in the hopes that one day it brings money. I'm not lying. I do hope. I do it because it's fun, but part of me in the back of my head says one day I'll get famous and I'll make it a business and I'll get money and I'll, the same things that I'm complaining about right now. But I guess I'm just exploring the idea as to why the business section in book stores are so large, and business books have become motivational speeches. Even the titles are like how to become a millionaire, how to be as effective as this millionaire, how to make money in 2 days, how to, excuse me for a bit. I need to take away that bag. Oh, fettuccine, give me that Walmart bag already. Thank you. You can keep playing with nephew. Just give me the bag. Thank you, fettuccine. Oh, that bag. All right, they're still playing. They're still wrestling with each other, but for some reason, they like to wrestle on top of the Walmart bag. Now, they're wrestling on the carpet. And Fettuccine is trying to climb my chair with his sharp nails. You're trying to climb? You want some attention? Let me give you attention. Ay, que gatito tan bonito. Yes, lick my finger. You can hear him licking my finger. Oh, that's a nice kitty. Okay, enough grabbing my microphone. Go back to wrestle with your mother. Yeah, the bookstore, motivational and self-help, has moved to the business aisle. So happiness as well. And everybody who speaks about business and has a business, I thought about YouTubers who end up making shirts, selling them. Well, somebody else is making them for them. They just have the money to pay somebody to put their logo, because they have the marketing capacity to tell their followers to buy it, and they are liked. That's how it works. That's just marketing, like business 101. But they don't have the money that they have because they made a business. First, they were doing something for fun, or maybe they had a thought like me in the back of their head that they're gonna make money eventually. It worked. And then with that following, they started making a simple business at first. It was just selling shirts. Then it moved to sponsorships and commercials. Well, it was commercials, then sponsorships. And that's what, and after that, they start real businesses. After they have that sponsorship money and the constant habit of making videos, so keeping the YouTube revenue flowing, then they make something like an actual company that they can put their name on that makes shirts, like now founded by them, not a third party that they hire. Then they start getting into real estate and buying homes and selling them. Then they start making protein cookies or something like that, right? Clothes. It's only after their success that they make the business happen. The actual business, of course, everything else they did before is business. It's business 101. Get a following, get paid, get sponsored ads. That's the business of today, not the business of 50 years ago. But that's today. But I'm just thinking, yeah, they were doing business, but not the type of business that they advertise in those books, like buy a house, sell it for double, and then get that profit and buy more houses and sell it for double again because you're a wizard and you can keep doing that. It's a scam, and people are waking up to it as well. Well, okay, not what I've been talking about. It's not a scam. I'm actually thinking about the people that say, don't buy a Starbucks. Instead, save those $4. Put it on an initial for a home. Then sell the home for double. And finally, buy my course to learn more. That is the scam I'm talking about. Which I quoted a Instagram video that I saw. Somebody made that. It was very funny. And true, to the point. That's usually what jokes are. It's an exaggeration of a problem that is happening or a thought that everybody has but doesn't know how to put it into words. And this person has found a way to put it into words. So, yeah, this is what I've been seeing. But then I've been wondering, is it really a lot of people seeing it, or is it just me? Because I'm always watching videos on business. And I think, yes, it is just me and many others, but it's not the entire US. Because my wife gets recommended different things. She gets clothes and shopping, bags, and podcasts that are about celebrities and gossip, right? She doesn't get recommended the economy, hyperinflation, rent control. None of that, because she's not interested. So we are on our bubble. It's how I have proved that I am in my own business motivational speaking bubble. Because I don't think everybody else. And then when I watch a video on motivation, like personal improvement, I get thousands of those and none of the others. Interesting. Creepy too. We all have stories when we say something and the phone is listening and it just appears as an ad later on Instagram or Facebook. It has happened a lot recently. If I talk about buying homes, and that's what I see a lot, I get a lot of commercials on buy a home. Look at this 200,000 homes near you. Then I was applying for jobs. It was like 3 months that I was just applying. And the commercials stopped being about houses and they started being about hiring. We are hiring in this area. Look for jobs. This is a new website that we have. And I signed up for one and I, till the day, keep getting scam calls nonstop that I had to block. I had a feature in the phone that is able to block them. They still appear, but they don't ring. I wonder what's the next thing I'm gonna get recommended. So yeah, the phone is listening. It's a fact. It's at this point, either it's listening or it's just looking at what I search. But there are things that I have never searched, and I got as an ad. People I know, you all have stories of this. It's like too many instances of it happening. It has to be true. Like if it walks like a chicken, smells like a chicken, looks like a chicken, it's a chicken. You don't need no court being like, Apple, you're doing this and we have looked into your files and you cannot negate it. You don't need the police to look into it and be like, yeah, that's true. You don't need no scientist to be like, yeah, that's true. I did 10 years of research on it. Took me long, guys, but we finally have it. It's true. Science often happens after the fact, when already people have a suspicion of something happening and are very clear about it. And then science comes along and it's like, well, okay, I'll do that research and now prove it for once and for all. And then they're like, yeah, you guys were right. Oh, no, you guys were wrong. But kind of right. This is what was actually happening. But it's like, well, I mean, thank you for telling me, but it doesn't change the fact that it's happening. You just affirmed what I already knew was happening. So in that case, I don't wait for anybody to tell me that the phone is listening. For sure it is. Either that or it is looking at all the things I open and it advertises me that whatever, if I spend an extra second looking at this one video, it will show me more like it. If I keep scrolling up, and then I stop, no matter what I stopped at, whatever I stopped, it will show me more of that category. If I stopped at a puppy, it will show me more puppy or pets or animals in hopes that I will keep stopping. And if I don't, it will try again. Very, very interesting. Manipulation or the propaganda of an idea by accident. Well, it's engineered that way, but by accident, some ideas get pushed that don't really have an owner. People sometimes say it's a conspiracy, that whatever and whatever idea is everywhere. But perhaps it's not. Perhaps it was, and then it got too big to control, and now it no longer has an owner. It's its own monster, unstoppable, until people change what they're interested on. One of those is that hate is what the algorithm enjoys, and that's because we like things. I mean, not like it, but it's what keeps us watching when we feel hate or intrigued and we want to know more. And so that's why we are shown more things that are hateful. And part of it is true, unless the algorithm instead tries to show us or avoid things that create hate. They could figure that out, or at least try to mitigate it. I've noticed that certain applications have a different style, like personality, let's say. Facebook has longer videos, way too long, sometimes 30 minutes. And it's more about India, what I get shown in there. Indians cooking street food. And they tend to be, when there's like political videos and stuff, they tend to be a little more positive. Instagram shows me complaining, a lot of it. And then I remember TikTok used to show me the latest news. And also the funniest videos, short videos. The creators that would make these 10-second clips switching from camera to camera. The idea of what you get shown on the phone. The phone is a powerful tool. It's designed to keep you hooked, and people go to work every day, 8 hours a day. Sometimes they don't take the Saturdays off, and they keep working to keep you in the system, entertained. They try to figure out ways how to keep you hooked on it, and they are getting really good at it, extremely good. So good that my only working method right now to stop it is to not use the phone, put it away, to pick it up when I have a purpose to pick it up, instead of blindly picking it up, opening it, and thinking, let's see what is on YouTube right now or on Shorts. That's how strong it is. That's a type of mind control without the Ooga Booga's mind control in the movies. It's a type of manipulation by showing you what you like. And it's nice. It does show me what I like, and I learn a lot sometimes, which excuses me for my long usage of it. Like, I will find a motivational quote that will help me for a week and motivate me to get on an exercise. And then I will share this quote with my brother and my wife. And then it'll have a very nice conversation, which will then motivate me some more. So it has the positives. And the question here would be, do the positives work because of what I am paying attention to? Because the algorithm only shows me what I look at for the longest. 5 seconds here, 5 seconds here. It says, oh, he likes motivational speeches. Let me show him more motivational speeches. Right? That's what I'm thinking. So it goes back to the hippie way of thinking that I am energy and what I'm thinking is energy. So if I'm thinking positive thoughts, I will get positive results. Life will shine upon me more than if I was thinking of negative thoughts. It's like that style. Because if I am on a positive mindset of improving my body and exercising, I will start paying attention to positive exercising videos. And Instagram will do its best to show me more of those positive exercise videos. When I was hitting Austin, I was getting a lot of politics, a lot of America is getting ruined and downfall and economy this and that. And let me tell you, there was a point where, for me, the economy was good. I had a job, I had good money flowing in, my investments were doing good, and I stopped caring about what the economy said. Also, I got too tired of it. And all of a sudden, I stopped getting those videos. And I started getting more positive outlook in life and got a positive outlook on my phone. Because that's what I was interested on and focusing my energy, mind, thoughts on. So that means that when I was scrolling through videos, the ones that would catch my attentions were the ones who were positive. And whenever I saw something negative or some news anchor, like as soon as I see a news anchor, I'm like, skip. If I see somebody with a suit on a desk with his arms crossed and there's like a big screen behind, skip. And the algorithm will soon enough learn to stop showing me men behind desks. See, what I wonder is what is Instagram gonna show me when I pick it up after this talk, because I know it's been listening to me. Or let me test it. Let me think that it has listened to me. And now I'm gonna pick up my phone with a purpose, and I'm going to lower the volume so that it doesn't go and annoy this video. And I'm gonna click it. Actually, let me up the video because it would make no sense if you cannot listen to what it's been shown to me. So here's the first video. Norway changes to color television live in 1972. They're cutting a cable. Cool. Next one is tacos. Commercial for like a stars. I don't know, like movies. Basketball. Oh, there it is. Motivational David Goggins. Okay, I'm gonna stay here for like good seconds. Now the next video should be more motivational stuff, and the next, and the next. Politics. Let me skip that. Commercial. Random. Comedy. Parents. A baby cat. Wow. I wonder if it was listening to me and Little Fettuccine. Now, am I gonna be showing more baby cats or motivational speeches? Free solo going wrong. When you sell something, the government. Some political meme. Hulu Disney bundle. More gossip about Jake Paul. Motivational speech. The Apple guy. Some guy working on a business computer. some guy living the dream right now. Another commercial for a movie. I think that's because I've been looking at a lot of movie commercials. I've been holding the phone a lot here. Some guy gymming. Nice. Okay, that's what I was saying, that 1.5 times more effective than counseling. You see, this thing that I just told you about, I heard it here on Instagram, and so have 278 people. This idea is not original of mine, and it's an idea that is being passed on now, and you will soon hear it on your phone. If it wasn't for me, you'll hear it there. Bro got majestic wrists, so some funny video. Oh yeah, he's attracting women. And the next video is a woman on a boat in bikini. The next video is when getting a job is all about who you know. Okay. Funny video. The funny videos I really cannot explain. It's just Buzz Lightyear asphyxiating with some words on top that I don't care to read. Some transgender politics. California pizza commercial. Science-based lifters tracking everywhere. Okay, like a funny gym video. Cats. A cat eating a cactus. Training to become a space marine. So exercise. He has a weight. Pizza commercial for Pizza Hut. Another baby parenthood. It's interesting how I get cats and parenthood. Like another cat looking at his balls. More gym. Now a coffee commercial. More gay politics. Well, transgender politics. The gays already won long ago when they started marrying. This is Apple. The new Apple stuff. Funny video, I guess. Commercial for cat food. Okay, enough. So that's what I was talking about. That's what's on my feed. It just is. That's what I've been looking at, and that's how the algorithm work. When I started looking at the cat, it showed me more cats. When that guy attracted the woman, it showed me a woman right after that. When I saw a motivational speech, it did show me more motivational speeches later. Very peculiar. It didn't show me a lot of politics because I skipped that one fast, I think. But it did show me transgender because I held it as I explained. Let's try this experiment. I'm going to hold it on one in particular for the longest. It's going to be something like general. Maybe like politics. Let me see. Let me find one about politics. So my whatever I'm advised here can change. Let me see if I can see a guy behind a desk. I see more cats. Anything political. Maybe if I see a rainbow flag. I see them, but I'm scrolling too fast. I skipped them. Let me just tap on one. And whatever that is, I will hold it and it will repeat about 3 times. And then I will keep on going and see if it shows me the same thing over and over. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, stop. This is a car leaving the drive-thru of his home, almost getting into a car crash. Another car comes in and crashes on the house the car was leaving. Then he reverses. He goes on and it loops. It's a perfect loop. It's a perfect loop of a car leaving and another one coming in and crashing. Okay, I hold it about... Let's hold it one more time so it repeats for the 3rd time. It's a few seconds, but here we go. And now, will it show me more loops, comedy, or cars? Crashing or just cars? Let's look. Next video. It's a giant burrito. Never mind, it's food. Let me see. Yeah, it's not about cars. Okay, this is about donuts in the water. No cars so far. Motivation. You're hearing this, I hope. Well, here's a car and an accident is an ambulance. Crash dashes. Whoa, look at that. I haven't had a crash video when I was scrolling. Remember when I was showing you this is gym, this is motivation, this is woman. Now I get one about car crash. This literally says crash dashes, and the page is crash dashes. Fish cracked the windshield. So a person threw a fish to the windshield and cracked it. Let's see if I get more cars. A machine. Cat food commercial. David Goggins. More pizza. Motivational speech of Joe. More gym. But gym woman. Another gym woman. The baby. Here's another car crash. Okay, so he's at a stoplight, red light, and he gets hit by 3 cars. He ran over. This is car crash. The page car crashes. Tiny red light. Runner gets T-boned. Wow. Am I gonna get more car crashes now? Fighting, UFC, airplane. Airplane, the military jet almost making it to the boat, and it made it. No accident. Great. Let's keep scrolling and skipping stuff until I see another car crash. There we go. Car crash. Just another day driving in Florida. Good. Let's keep skipping until I get another car crash and stop. I stop. Accidentally racing an unmarked cop at 110 mph. Okay, let's keep skipping. Skip. Now I get an accident on a boat. This is what happens when idiots drive a boat. By heavy yachts. This cannot be real. Okay. Cool. Oh, right next to it is a car burning, going down the street. Wow. Let me get more car crashes. Okay, a house. Don't buy a house, blah, blah, blah. Next one is a toy tractor. Making sand, like things with a sand. Next one. 2 Polep Tu-95S passing by. Okay, airplanes. Commercial about soccer, football video. Houston road rage. This is another car. Cars crashing each other on the highway of Houston. Archer, monkey. Oh, and at one of those machines that are helping an elephant get out of the hole, like a claw. Cars. Rappers shut down the Bay Bridge to film a music video. So yeah, there's cars involved, and there's people blocking a bridge. They're rapping. A commercial about veggies. Another car video. Only in the Valley 956. Snake. Car. 120,000 Hellcat jailbreak blow up the Hellcat's motorcycle on the road. Parachuting on the pyramids. Looking up from an airplane. Cereal commercial. A forest fire. Cars. Cop car chasing a cat. That's a funny one. Rocket. Man stealing a car on the news. Foot pursuit of reckless driver. Truck dash hub. Leasing. Oh, I got a car commercial. Well, it's not a commercial. It's a funny video. Leasing a car pre-COVID versus now. What's this now? An ad? I don't know. 3D printing, the largest what? Boat. It's printing a boat. City, New York, welding, nachos. Some guy looking at toilet paper. Gym, car, Tesla or electric car. Airplanes fighting. NASCAR. Downhouse, payment, dog commercial, gym thing, car video. Yeah, anyways, I'm done. I did this. I hope you skipped a lot of it. I did it for a long time. But listen to me. When I was scrolling, I only got commercials for motivation, speeches. I got David Goggins. I got Jim. I got here and there I got woman on doing gym, and then after that I got another woman, and it stopped after a while after I started skipping them. So then I got some I started to focus on cars. I said, well, not cars, but I just said I'm gonna focus on one video and leave it repeat. Okay, this video was a loophole of a car coming in and going out of the driveway. Saw it about 3 times. Let the video loop. I kept getting some motivational speeches. I kept getting some gym. But the more I kept scrolling and stopping at car videos or in car crashes, I started getting car crash cams, highway accidents, police chasing cars, tractor saving elephant, tractor toy doing things in the sand. I got more car stuff. Eventually, a car commercial of buying a car as a joke, but commercial nonetheless. As a scientist, that was a science, by the way. That was a scientist experiment right there. The only difference that makes it a scientific research or experiment is that I recorded my data by speaking on this microphone and swiping up. And so it's recorded. There's a difference between a hobby and science is that you just record it on a book, or you write it. You write it down. That's it. So I have proved today that whatever I focus on Instagram, as I picked a random video and I stopped at it and looped it, it showed me more of that. It still showed me about home prices, gym, here and there some motivational speeches, and some things are related. That's also how they do it. So the reason why it shows me gym and woman is because they know that if you're somebody who looks at gym, you are looking at body sculpting, so it's going to show you women because men are more likely to watch those videos and more likely to watch women. So if I start seeing cars, they also start showing me comedy on cars, so salesmen. For some reason, I started getting commercials on juice. So I guess people who look at cars often are thirsty. There's always some connections. If I got gym videos, I got motivational speeches together. I guess because if I'm watching motivational videos, they often use people gymming in the background because it looks cool. They're strong and they're motivated. So then I get more gym videos. But if I focused on vehicles, I started getting boats and then tractors and then toys of boats and tractors. Well, just tractors. So I have proof that Instagram will show me, and everybody knows this, honestly. They know. Yesterday, I was going through Instagram with my wife, 1,000 videos going up and down, up and down, up and down. I get one single woman in my video as my wife is looking, and she looks at me and keeps looking at me without saying any words. I know she's thinking, why are you getting recommended woman in tight clothes? That's a joke. I went back to the video of that woman to piss her off a little bit, but that's a joke. And then when I kept on scrolling, I got more women. So that didn't make it better on me. She just kept looking at me. So the reason I got more women, Shirley, is because I went back to the video as a joke. It's not a great defense, really. But my point was that even people know, we all know, that whatever you look at more, you will be shown more. But today, I proved it that even if I stopped at a random video and I decide purposely to just look at that type of video, car crashes, I will get more of that. Even though I'm not interested in car crashes, like not at all. I was just following a pattern to trick the machine, to trick me and provide me what I wanted. Cool idea. We are being manipulated. Accidentally, I guess. They're not trying to manipulate us, but at the same time they are, because it brings money in and it keeps our attention because it shows us what we like. What I was shown a year ago or even a month ago, a week, was not gym and motivational speeches. It was jokes and fun and random. Did you know? In 1980, blah, 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 blah. That was what I was shown the most in Instagram. Now I'm getting shown a lot of gym motivational speeches. because I'm into self-improvement and exercising. So I will end the video with this last free idea. What you focus on, you will get. What you focus your mind on, you will get. The phone proves it, even though that's human-made. But it's like how the Hocus people, the hippies, believe that life is energy, and whatever your energy is at the moment, that's what you will attract. Well, I was attracting car crashes on purpose. But we often will forget what our feelings are at the moment and what we are interested in at the moment, and we'll be attracting that. Be mindful of your mind. There was a quote that I really liked from a guy that I used to listen to. Beware or protect the gates of the garden of your mind. If you want to grow apples and you put apples in there, you cannot expect oranges to come out. You will get apples. If you plant poison ivy, you cannot expect nothing else but poison ivy to grow. That's like thinking negatively. Your results, your fruit will be negative crops. But yeah, how do you do this? I don't know. Because I tried being happy on purpose, and that creates the opposite. Because I'm desiring to be happy means I'm not happy. I tried being motivated and looking at the mirror and saying all those phrases, but that only makes me more unhappy, and then I feel stupid because I'm talking to myself in the mirror. I tried insulting myself to motivate me, to like give me that kick, like, come on, you dumbass, it's time to go to the gym. You think you're strong, but you're weak. And that actually doesn't help. I tried to listen to those type of motivational speakers that treat you like shit in order to motivate you. Nah, don't work. What has been working right now, and I can tell you, is routine. Whether I feel like it or not. And the portal story. Looking at the best version of myself and backtrack, think, how did he get there? And do those steps. Even though he doesn't exist, but in my mind, somehow I know how he got there, and I will do those steps to get there. Because it works. That's what's been working in routine. Like whether I feel like doing it or not, I know I'm going to enjoy it. You know that they say you will never regret. No. On your deathbed, you will never say, I wish I had stayed and worked at the office one more day. You would say things like, I wish I spent time with my family, I had more fun, I did this and I did that. So you will not say, like, you go to the gym. You will never say after the gym, I regret going to the gym. I regret working out this muscle because somehow I feel pain. No, you will never regret going to the gym. You will horribly regret, like while you are walking to the gym. You will be like, dang it, I can't believe I'm doing this. I should have just stayed in bed and sleep. That's going to probably help my headache. But if you have a good workout, you will feel pain, but good pain. And you will not regret that. So I'd say, if you feel lazy to work out, do it out of discipline. Even if it feels like without a soul, there is no happiness behind it, no joy. You're depressed. Just do it. You will not regret when you finish the results. Thank you for listening. This is Damian Setien from the Free Idea Podcast.